Hello everyone, I'm Afternoon to Youth Humans, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this awesome M16 assault rifle that I've made in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So it's fairly simple to make. You just need this chain of command blocks here, and some iron nuggets renamed to M16. So first I'm going to give you sort of a little demo of everything it does. Yeah, so it has a range of roughly, I'm going to say about between 500 and 100 blocks, depending on the settings that you use for it. So it's a fairly long-range rifle that you can create in Minecraft Bedrock. The bullet speed, it travels about 60 meters per second at sort of optimum conditions, and you can sort of you can fire it pretty fast. I'm going to try and show you a decent fire rate here. That's a good fire rate. That's fairly high fire rate. Yeah, and it's fairly powerful. It can kill a creeper. A creeper has about 20 hearts, and it does about 10 hearts of damage in a single shot. So it can kill a creeper in 2 hits. It can kill a player in 2 hits. So this is a very reliable rifle that I've made here. The command systems that work it, you don't need a especially high spec device to run this command, so it's pretty good for standard sort of smartphones or that sort of stuff if you're running Minecraft Bedrock on that sort of thing. The way the damage works is the initial hit sort of doesn't really do like initial like ballistic damage. It sort of does damage spread over time, almost like a bleed out effect. So it does 3 seconds of bleed out time damage, and then yeah, and that 3 seconds, and then another 3 seconds on top for your second shot. So 6 seconds of bleed out time is enough to kill a standard health mob. So it's got a basic sort of rifle firing sound effect. Often, you know, when you're walking in the woods and it might be legal hunting ground and you hear a gunshot, sort of a sound effect is sort of inspired by that kind of thing. So all in all, that's my sort of M16 rifle. It's sort of just a standard rifle made in Minecraft. It doesn't really have any attributes related to the M16. It's just, you know, an M16 is very stereotypical rifle, and as you know, a lot of people know of it, especially from Fortnite and how Fortnite is yeah, increased sort of awareness of this rifle. But yeah, this is a really cool command in Minecraft Bedrock to use, and it's really customizable, so I think I'm going to just get straight into a tutorial for this. So first of all, you're going to need to create a scoreboard objective, and you can just do that with the command scoreboard objectives, and we're going to need to call this objective fire time dummy, and you just run that in chat, and yeah, and now you should have your scoreboard objective created. So now the scoreboard objective, that's sort of what creates the timer before the armor stand is killed, and sort of sets the definite range for it. You can see that after a little while the bullets travel faster than me, but after about, I don't know, that looked about 200 blocks before the armor stand sort of die. And yeah, they were within my render distance at the point they died, so I'm pretty convinced that armor stand disappearing wasn't just my render distance. So the first command block you're going to need for this is a repeating command block with this command at the item you drop called M16, gives you a tag called fire, and then creates an arm stand called flame arc, and then aligns that arm stand called flame arc in front of your face, facing towards you, and then again kills the item you drop called M16. This creates the motion for the armor stand. This teleports it 3 blocks 20 times a second, meaning that the projectile has a speed of 60 meters per second, or 60 blocks per second. I'll try and convert that to miles per hour and put that on the screen right about now. So also we're going to need to add some particles to this so that you can actually see the projectile and see where you're shooting. So this one, we're just going to use crit particles inspired by the bow and arrow in Minecraft. So yeah, we're going to use about 5 crit particles for this, coming out of these different command blocks. And yep, that's about it for the particles. We're also going to need to give that armor stand invisibility. We're also going to need to create the damaging effect. Whatever it hits, that's just done with this wither effect here that creates the damage for the bullet. This one kills the armor stand when its fire time score gets to 100, but we're also going to actually need to increase that fire time score. So if it increases the fire time score by 20 times a second, that means that it reaches 100 within 5 seconds, implying that the projectile only lasts outside for 5 seconds. And if the projectile speed is 60 blocks per second, then the armor stand should travel 300 blocks before being killed. So 300 blocks is the range of the M16 on standard settings. If you want to increase the range, see this fire time? If you change that 1 to a 2, it'll have 600 blocks of range. If you change it to a 3, it'll have 900 blocks of range. And leave that as 100. I don't want my world to get clogged up with pointless projectile armor stands. We're also going to need to remember we gave the player a fire tag right at the start of this contraption. We're going to need to remove that. And removing the tag input is what happens when they've shot it. So when they've shot it, we can use that cue to then create sound effects. So we're going to use a layered sound effect, where we play both a high-pitched random.explode sound effect and a low-pitched one at the same time. And that's what creates that beautiful random.explode sound effect that sounds decently like gunfire, actually. And yeah, this ability is super fun to use, and I'm really pleased with this. This is also a decent tutorial for basic raycasting. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I'd love to hear your video ideas in the comments section down below.